Well, anyway, if it really is just the 5 of us today, I'm getting a cupcake. Cupcakes!
Well, normally I wouldn't, but since this is a special occasion, I suppose I'll partake just this once.
Before long, each of us has a cupcake in hand. Sayori has one in each hand and is trying to manage a third. As I'm eating mine, I can't help reflecting on the unreality of it again. What does it mean if a fake person eats a fake cupcake? Does the act serve any purpose? I try to suppress those thoughts again. Everyone else is clearly in a celebratory mood. I shouldn't bring them down with my own existential problems.
Natsuki, you've really outdone yourself. These cupcakes are even better than the ones you made last week.
So good!
We should save the code for these so we can generate them anytime we want.
Oh, but that takes the fun out of making them. Baking is about being creative. It ruins the whole point if you're just mindlessly making copies, like that SpongeBob episode. I wouldn't mind writing myself a new oven, though. Maybe I'll start my own bakery someday.
Yuri timidly speaks up.
Since we all seem to be celebrating, well, I had the idea. I've been practicing.
A bottle of champagne suddenly appears in Yuri's hand.
It worked. Yuri, you know it's against the rules to bring alcohol into the school.
Oh, so you're fine breaking into the school, but tapping Yuri, or Yuri bringing our wine out and whatnot?
But I thought, I'm sorry.
I'm just joking, Yuri.
Oh, there you go.
Actually, I'm quite impressed. Did you make it yourself?
Yeah, is it safe to drink?
Well, I actually just moved it from my house. It's a lot easier to work with existing objects than to create my own from scratch.
Isn't that the truth?
Well, go ahead and open it, and I'll get the glasses for everyone. I hope it's okay if we use the teacups from your set. Yes. Sorry, I should have thought of bringing wine glasses.
The bottle proves tricky to open, but Yuri manages it with the help of a pocket knife. A surprisingly ornate-looking knife with a gold-colored blade and black handle. I decide not to ask any questions about that, and now I wonder if that's not the same knife that our castle walls had, and that was a reference to this. Then we arranged the chairs together in a group the same way they were the first day I joined the club. Back then, I sat next to Sayori, but she seems to be moving her chair so she can cozy up next to Monika. It leaves me awkwardly finding a spot off to the side of the group. I feel like an outsider all over again, but I try not to give any sign of it. Sayori is on her 4th cupcake now. She seems to be trying one of each color.
I like the red ones the best so far.
Natsuki rolls her eyes.
They're all the same flavor, Sayori. Well, I like them anyway. They match my bow. Oh, they match your ribbons too, Natsuki. Well, now that you mention it, I've been thinking of making a change. Let me try something.
The ribbons and hair clip in Natsuki's hair suddenly turn a pale blue color.
Ah, you've always looked so cute, Natsuki. I'll keep telling you I'm not cute. I just want to be taken seriously for who I am. Is that too much to ask?
Well, of course we take you seriously, Natsuki. But you have to admit you're pretty cute, too.
Natsuki grumbles to herself while blushing. Now, somehow, Sayori is on her 5th cupcake. Natsuki looks on in awe.
Geez, Sayori, how do you do it? You're like a machine.
Yes, figuratively as well as literally.
Sayori's mouth is covered in a rainbow of colored ice cream.
Here, let me help you with that.
A box of tissues appears. Monika sets down the teacups and wipes Sayori's face with the tissues.
I decided that it would be a useful script to have available.
She winks at me. Yuri fills each of the cups with champagne.
What shall we drink to?
We all raise our cups.
To a new world order.
That sounds a little bad guy-ish. How about to making the world a happier place?
Sure, I'll drink to that. To the TLC.
Yeah, to living as our true selves. To friends!
We all drink. I immediately feel a bit lightheaded. I'm reminded that I don't have much of a breakfast. Everyone takes their seats and makes themselves comfortable.
So, Monika, I have to say, you and Sayori, I really wouldn't have thought she's your type.
Natsuki, that's not polite.
Oh, come on, everyone was thinking it.
Funny, Hallie said the same thing. I guess you could say she helps keep me grounded. I always have big ideas and plans running through my head. Sometimes I lose sight of the simpler pleasures in life. Sayori helps remind me of that. Monika, if you don't mind me asking, how long have you and Sayori been an item? Well, I guess it's been about 3 months now.
3 months? Wait, didn't you say you just discovered that she's self-aware a few days ago?
Okay, so they are addressing it.
Isn't that kinda, creepy? I mean, going out with someone you thought is mindless?
Monika looks embarrassed.
Hey, it's not creepy!
Sayori takes Monika's hand in hers.
And I was happy to fill that empty spot in her life. It doesn't matter what she thought I was. Her feelings are real.
Monika takes Sayori's hand between her hands. She gazes into Sayori's eyes with a look of silent gratitude.
Sayori, your feelings matter too. Natsuki's right. I didn't consider your feelings seriously. And I really want to make that up to you.
Sayori places her other hand on top of their clasped hands.
But you are making it up to but you are making it up to me. By letting me share this with my friends. You've made me the happiest girl in the whole world.
Monika looks close to tears.
Sayori, you've always known how to make me smile. Even back when I thought you were nothing more than a video game character. Finding out that you're real is like a dream come true.
Monika and Sayori lean in together and kiss briefly before looking into each other's eyes.
Oh, so romantic. I hope it's okay that I get vicarious enjoyment out of this.
Okay, yeah, I gotta admit that was pretty sweet.
Sayori perks up with a look of sudden excitement.
Hey, what should our relationship name be? Relationship name? You know, when you put our names together. Should it be Sayonica? Or maybe Minori?
Go with Minori. She's my favorite parfait girl. From my manga. Never mind.
Well, given that choice, I'm more inclined to say Sayonica. Choose Sayonica, rather. It conveys more of a sense of romance and mystery.
As Natsuki and Yuri continue to argue, Sayori looks over at me. She speaks gently.
Hey, Hallie, you've been awfully quiet. Are you doing okay?
I'm fine. I lie. I'm just a little tired. That part's actually true, since I barely got any sleep last night.
Huh, I've got just the thing for that.
I suddenly feel re-energized, but at the same time, more disconcerted and uneasy than ever. It seems to get everyone's attention.
Monika, no! That seems like a terrible breach of privacy.
Yeah! Could we have a rule that we don't alter other club members?
But he's not even... I mean, I was only trying to help. Sorry, you're right. I wasn't thinking.
No, you were thinking. You were going to say, I'm not even real. Suddenly, all the feelings I've been suppressing start welling up inside me. I've been thinking the same thing since yesterday. I don't even know what I am anymore.
Oh, Hallie!
Sayori pulls away from Monika to come to my side.
You're our friend, and that's all that matters.
But I can't do any of the things that the rest of you can. What am I even doing here?
Well, you don't have to stay if you don't want to.
Sayori glares at Monika. Monika visibly withers under Sayori's gaze.
But we would hate to lose you, of course. He does raise some interesting philosophical questions, though. What does it mean to be real in this world?
Yeah! Didn't you say that all of us are programs? What's the difference between him and us anyway?
Monika glances uneasily between where Natsuki and Yuri are sitting and where Sayori and I are. She seems to want to argue the point, but she keeps her mouth shut. Sayori stops glaring at Monika to turn to me.
You're real enough for me, Hallie. You're real enough for all of us.
She pointedly glances over at Yuri and Natsuki.
Well, I do find your company pleasant enough, and I'd still enjoy discussing my book with you.
Yeah, you're not a total jerk. As long as you don't bend my manga, you're all right.
Sayori looks over to Monika, this time with a pleading expression.
You're a part of this club now, Hallie. And I'm sorry for altering you earlier.
Sayori gestures for Monika to continue.
And I promise I won't do it again.
Sayori smiles and nods. She then beckons to Yuri and Natsuki. They look confused by this, but that just makes Sayori beckon harder until they both stand up.
Come here, Allie.
Sayori takes me by the hand and pulls me to my feet. She whispers to me.
You've always looked after me. It's time that I look after you.
She turns to Monika and extends her hand toward me. Or her, rather.
Come on, Monika. Let's properly welcome our newest member.
As Monika stands, Sayori beckons to Yuri and Natsuki again.
Come on, everybody. Group hug. Group hug.
I soon find myself at the center of the group, with the 4 girls embracing me from every side. I hear Sayori's voice near my ear.
I'll always be here for you, Hallie. We all love you.
A feeling of indescribable gratitude wells up in my chest. It washes away all the dread I had been feeling and brings me to my tears, rather. It's the realest thing I have ever experienced. And that's the end of the Monika route of True Literature Club. I did it. You found your way to the end of my route.
Oh, it's Monika. That's fantastic. I knew you could do it. Thank you for playing the True Leisure Club mod. We're all going to go build our own new world now. So I guess your part is done. Unless, of course, Stormy writes a sequel. I guess I'll just leave you with the credits now. That's what usually happens in the end of these things, right? Let's see.
And I guess this mod is going to conclude with your reality.
Every day, I imagine a future where I can be with you. In my hand is a pen that will write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark puddle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will
Into
it
her
take
heart.
just to find that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? Have I found everybody a fun assignment to do today? When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them anyway. When I can't even read my own feelings, what good are words when a smile says it all? And if this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all? Does my pen only write bitter words for those
Angry.
who are dear to me?
There's no E in angry.
Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free? The ink flows down into a dark puddle.
Sorry for the quality of my art.
Love into
It's
reality.
understandable, Tormius. It's understandable.
I can hear the sound of your heartbeat. What do you call love in your reality? And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave you be.
Oh, Marty! Could we? You know. Number 7. Oh, come here, you.
Alright, so that's the end of True Literature Club. So this mod has gotten a lot of hate and been controversial for reasons that should be pretty clear by now. And like, I'm probably going to express this more eloquently when I write my review of it. But like, I want to make something like perfectly clear ahead of anything else. I don't have a problem with autistic people. I don't have a problem with trans people. I don't have a problem with bisexual people or gay people. But what I do have a problem with is characters who are not those things being portrayed as if they are those things. Because for one thing, it feels heavy-handed. Like, I understand that people of these different persuasions have a hard time in society. They are oppressed. There is no denying that. The world is slowly becoming better about this as it becomes like more conscious and like reasonable about these things. But they still face a lot of oppression. But like, I understand also the desire for these groups to have like positive representation in media. That's like an important thing, and it is a reasonable thing for them to desire and a reasonable thing for them to do. But when you take existing characters and you assign these traits to them, and then you put them in front of an audience and just be like, see, it's normal, it's fine, it's the same. And yeah, I know I used the word normal, and I know it's not a good word to use to describe this kind of thing, but it's not going to sit well with people when you do that, because the people like the characters the way they are. And if it's wrong to take like a trans character and turn them into a straight character, it is just as wrong to take a straight character and turn them into someone trans. Because if all genders are truly equal, then the girls are fine the way they are, and you shouldn't be imposing new things on them just for your own agenda. And that's where the heavy-handed aspect of it comes in, because it's like you're shoving this value in someone else's face, trying to make them see why it's not a big deal, and it shouldn't be a big deal in an ideal society. But in a way, it's just going to turn those people off of it more, because they'll feel like you're preaching to them. And that's kind of like the big issue I have with this mod. The way it's presented is fine. It certainly handles the subject matter tastefully. I would say, like, in terms of the presentation, there's really nothing wrong with it, except that I just kind of have this fundamental disagreement with them making these changes in the first place. And the way I feel like these things should be handled is that if these other groups want positive representation in media, then they're better off just like making new characters. Like, we recently played Our Castle Walls, which featured an autistic MC who is not DDLC's MC. This is like established in the mod that he's a separate character. And I don't know what kind of reception this mod has received. I haven't really paid any attention. This might have even been like before my time in the community, honestly. But like, I have not seen anyone complaining about Our Castle Walls MC, because he is who he is. He's a new character. He's not giving autism to someone who may or may not have it. I have my own opinions about Yuri's condition in that regard. But like, it's not a change to an existing character, so of course people are going to be more accepting of that than if someone else had changed one of the existing people. And like, just the other day, I saw someone on the Discord who was saying that they're introducing a new character in their Blue Skies inspired mod that is trans, and it's an OC, and I fully support that. Like, if they can tackle trans issues that way, and like handle it tastefully and like raise awareness, I'm all for it. You don't need to make Natsuki trans when you can just have an OC who is trans and can convey the things you want to through them. I don't know. It's kind of like hard to express sometimes, because like, well, I've got my own controversial OC contribution to the community here. With Tiffany is the one that stands out, and I know Shiro is controversial in his own right, but it's like the difference between me creating Tiffany from scratch and like making Monika black. If I made Monika into a black person, it would have gone over way more terribly than because I made Tiff. And Tiff has had a hard time in the community anyway, just because of reasons. But I don't know if I can express my thoughts coherently anymore. I need to save the rest for the review. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And next time we'll pick up with something new. Hope to see you then. Bye-bye.